Hello everyone, Carolyn here and welcome to today's tutorial. Today I will be showing you the Beau Brummel bracelet, and this was designed by Melanie on Instagram, also known as PDX_RSW_FRA. And if you haven't already done so, please go check her account out. She has lots of beautiful renditions as also original designs, so please go check her account out and give her a few likes and a follow if you would like. So I will be using this layout to show you our band placement, and our first band placement is going to be the black and silver that you see outlining here. It is a standard perimeter. This is a 7-pin bar design, and this is how you will want your loom set up, with your centermost pin bar down a staggered step from your other two, and then you're going to just go up a staggered step, down a staggered step, up a staggered step. Okay, I'm going to be using a purple color scheme today, so I'm going to take 2 of my sweets and then just line the perimeter all the way out to the edge of your loom. And once you get there, you're going to go straight up. Okay. Simple, easy, basic perimeter, nothing fancy on this one. So you're just going to go all the way up your loom, or however many gaps that you need for your wrist and your wrist size. So you're going to just keep going straight up, and the purpose for me doing both sides is, one, so you can see how to start the other side just in case you're wondering, and also how I can show you how to close when you get up to the top. So once you get to the very top of your loom or to your gap size, what you're simply going to do is go up at an angle to the right. I'm taking them off. Why am I being so picky? Down and to the left, or excuse me, down and to the right, up and to the right. And then you're going to do the same thing, just mirror image for the opposite side. So up and to the left, down and to the right, and then up and to the left. Okay, so that's what you're going to continue to do. You're going to work all the way up your loom, in, down, in. And then for your next step, I'll go ahead and show you that one because that's a fairly basic step as well. Just let me get into my tablet. Okay, for the black, going the cylindric black, going down the center here, I'm going to be using the Persian purple. You're going to start on the 3rd and the 5th pin bar and just place a single chain all the way up your loom until you meet your border, just like that. Okay, so again, a couple of easy steps for most of the loomers. You'll know how to do this without me showing you, but there you are. Okay, so I'm going to go off and actually make a bracelet size and finish those 2 steps up, and then I'll be right back for our next band placement. Be right back. Alright everyone, I'm back, and so your loom should look like this all the way to the top. Okay, completing those easy steps that I left you with before. And now we are going to move on to our next band placement step. In this rendition, it is the white and the Caribbean green that you see going along here and along this side here. Now I'm going to be using metallic purple for the white, and I'm going to be using the metallic gold for the Caribbean green. Okay, so what we're going to start with, again, I'm going to start with my white color, which again I'm going to be using the purple for. And what you're simply going to do is just go from the 1st pin bar to the 2nd at a left angle, and then go down to complete that. And you're going to repeat the same thing on 5, 6, and 7. So you're going to go up at an angle and then down at an angle, creating a half X. Okay, and now we're going to take our secondary color. Again, I'm using gold, and this one Melanie used the Caribbean green, if you remember. And then you're just going to cross to the left, down at an angle, across to the right, up at an angle, down to the right, up to the right, and then you're just going to continue that for the remainder of your loom. Okay, so again, I'll show you one or two more times. You're going to take your purple or your corresponding color, up at an angle, down at an angle, or however you lay, just as long as you're placing those X's up your loom. And I am alternating colors, so I'm going to grab my gold and complete that X. Just working with the first, second, third, fifth, sixth, and seventh pin bars, creating the X's all the way up the loom. Last time with you guys, because I think you'll have it after this. You probably already got it, but at least you'll have 3 completed. So up into the right, down into the right, up into the right, down into the right. Grab your next color, and then go for it again. So down into the right, up into the right, completing the X, down into the right, up into the right, completing the X. And then you're going to continue that for the remainder of your loom. I'm going to go off, finish mine up, and then I'll be right back. Alright everyone, I'm back and we are ready for our next band placement step. In this rendition, it is the purple that you see going along the center there, and then along the center there on that side. I'm going to be using white, and what we're going to do is we're going to work with the 3rd and the 6th pin bar, or excuse me, the 2nd and the 6th, and we're just simply going to place a triple loop cap band on every single X going all the way up our loom. So for every X on the center gets a triple loop cap band. Okay. Easy peasy. And then once you have gotten all of your X's done all the way up the loom, you want to go ahead and turn your loom around, because we're going to loom and then turn it back around, add some more, and then loom again. So I'm going to do 3 on each side with you, and then I'm going to go off, finish mine up, and then I'll be back with my loom turned around and my hook ready for our next step. So I'm going to finish that up and I'll be right back. Alright everyone, I'm back. I've gotten all of my cap bands placed, I've got my hook, and we're ready to loom out this portion. What we're going to do is we're going to go in and grab our gold bands or your corresponding bands. You're going to grab the topmost band. Instead of looming it back to its home peg, we're going to loom it up and to the left. And then we're going to do the same thing, mirror image for the opposite side, so up and to the right. Now we're going to go in and grab the topmost of our purple, and we're going to loom that down and to the right. So we're just going to alternate the home pins for the bands that we have placed. So instead of going home, we're going to go to the purple. And then instead of going back home, we're going to go down to the gold. Okay, so you're just going to repeat that all the way up your loom. Okay, one more time on this side, and then I'll show you on the opposite. You're going to go in, grab your topmost band, up and to the left, up and to the right, down into the left, down into the right. You're going to repeat that all the way up the loom for your first, second, and third pin bar. For your 5th, 6th, and 7th pin bar, it's going to be the same thing. You're just going to go in, grab that topmost band, up and to the right, or left, excuse me, up and to the right, down into the left, down into the right. Just placing them on either end of the corresponding, or excuse me, the opposite band that you're moving. So up and to the left, up and to the right, grab that topmost band, down into the left, down into the right. Oh, sorry, I wasn't on camera. Okay, but hopefully you've got that. That's pretty simple once you get the hang of it. Alright, so I'm going to go off, finish mine up, and then I'll be right back for our next band placement step. Alright everybody, I'm back. I've gotten my loom turned back around so we can place some more bands. We are going to be placing, it's a like an almost jelly color or sweets that she used, but you can barely see it. I'm going to be using white again, just so it doesn't stand out. I want it to kind of blend in rather well. So we're just going to place a single chain up the 2nd and the 6th pin bar. So again, just a single chain all the way up our loom. Okay, easy peasy peasy peasy. And then when you get to the end of the loom lane, your single chains, you want to turn it back around because we're going to loom again. So I'm going to finish that to the top, and then I'll come back with my hook and my loom turned around, and we'll move on to the next step. Be right back. Alright everyone, I'm back and I've gotten my loom turned around. I have went ahead and added a triple loop cap band onto the 2nd and the 6th pin bar in my perimeter color, so you can go ahead and do that as well. For our next step, what we're going to be doing is the looming roach step, but not releasing it onto these bands. We're going to be attaching it to the 2nd and to the 6th pin bar. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in and grab our bottommost band, which for me will be my gold band. We're going to grab that bottommost band and bring it back towards the center. Go ahead and do it all the way up your left side if you prefer. Just go in, grabbing that bottommost band and pulling it up and around our pin bar. You're just going to grab your bottommost band, for me it's my gold, whatever corresponding color, pull it up over the pin bar and pull it around to the 2nd pin bar. Okay, so you're going to continue that all the way up the left side for pin bar 1 to 2, and then you're going to do the same thing once you've gotten your left side complete on the right side to from pin bar 3 to pin bar 2. So just go in and pull that bottommost band back to that 2nd pin bar. Okay, again, mine's going to be the gold, so you just go in, grab that bottommost pin bar band and loom it up into the middle of the pin bar. And you're going to do the same thing, mirror image on the, I'm going to start on the outside because I started on the outside on the other one. So just grab that bottommost band up and around to the middle of the pin bar. All the way up. And then you're going to do the same thing on the opposite side, going in, grabbing that bottommost pin bar band and pulling it up the pin bar to that 6th pin bar. Okay. Once you've gotten that completed all the way up your loom, then you can go in and just loom your single chain all the way up your loom. But you only want to loom your single chain after you have completed that looming roach step, pulling them around. Okay, so I'm going to go off, finish mine up to the top, and I'll be right back for our next step. Be right back. Alright everyone, I'm back, and so hopefully your loom now looks like this all the way to the top. And at the top you will notice that I did not move my bottom band because it was the purple, not the gold. So this will be the last gold band that you pull from the bottom around and over, and that's on both sides all the way across. Okay, so now, and you'll notice that I went ahead and did the single chain all the way up to the top. So now it's time to turn it back around. Alright, and now we are going to be working with the 3rd, 4th, and 5th pin bar. And what we're going to do is repeat the same pattern that we did on the opposite sides going up. So, thought I had pushed all my bands down, but I guess I missed these. Okay, so we're just going to go up into the right, down into the right, and we're going to take our opposite color, complete the X. Okay. And then again, opposite color to the center, forward, and then again, center, and then forward, excuse me, down and to the right. And then you just continue that all the way up your loom, creating those X's, and then you're going to go back with a single chain and just place it straight down the center after you complete your X's all the way up. Okay, so I'm gonna go off, finish up those 2 steps, and then I'll be right back for our next looming step. Be right back. Alright everyone, I'm back, and as you can see, I've gotten my loom turned around. I've added a triple loop cap band onto our 4th pin bar, and we are ready to start looming. What we're going to do is go in and grab our straightforward band, my white band. You're going to go up twice, okay? Then you're going to freeze right there and come back, and you want to work the X's just like we did on the outside. So we're going to get our first X up and to the left, up and to the right, go back in, grab our purple or your corresponding color, down into the right. Now we want to go forward, and then come back and work the X just like before, up and to the left, up and to the right, down into the left, and then down into the right. Okay, a couple more times, and then I'm going to go off and finish mine up. So you're going to go forward, up and to the left, up and to the right, down into the left, down into the right, forward, up and to the left, up and to the right, down into the left, down into the right. Last time, forward, go back a pin, up and to the left, up and to the right, down into the left, down into the right. Okay, so I'm going to go off, finish mine up to the top, and then I'll be right back. We have one more band placement step, and then that'll be it. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright everyone, I'm back, and we're going to place our final band placement. It's going to be a single chain all the way up the 4th pin bar. So with your loom turned, with the arrows facing away from you, you want to make sure that you place that single band all the way up the 4th. Okay, I'm going to go off, finish that up, and then I'll be right back to show you our next looming step. Be right back. Alright everyone, I'm back, and we are ready for our next looming step. Now what we're going to do is the same thing like we did on the outsides. We're going to do the looming roach step, but we're not going to leave it over. We're going to pull it to the 4th pin bar. So we're going to go in and grab the bottommost band. In my case, the color is still the gold. So you lift it up and over to the 4th. And you can work left to right, or you can just go straight up the left side and then come back and go straight up the right side. However you prefer, as long as you're grabbing the bottommost band, which in my case is the gold, and lifting it up into the center. That's all you need to concern yourself with. Grabbing the right band and pulling it to the right pin. And if I can find it. There's a lot of bands on there. Okay. And then again, make sure I was plunging. And then bottommost up until the center. Last time on this side, like I said, you can work all the way up the left hand side and then come back and do the same thing to the right. Just going in, grabbing that bottommost band, and up into the center. Center, all the way up your loom. Okay, now once you've completed that all the way up your loom, what you want to do is go ahead. Now what I did, instead of adding another cap band, when I was placing my single chain, I just kind of dropped the band here and went in through the band and grabbed it and then looped it back around, up underneath this band, so I could use my existing cap band. Okay, so once you've gotten all of them pulled over, you're just going to go in, grab that single chain band, all the way up. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to go off. Oh, I wasn't even on camera when I was doing that. Again, just grab the single chain band and loom it up. Okay? All the way up your loom. I can go one more. Alright, so I'm going to go off, finish up those few steps, and then we'll be back for the next couple of steps. Be right back. Alright everyone, I'm back and I've finished looming up that centermost row. Now we're going to loom up the single chains on the 3rd and the 5th pin bar. Just going to go in, grab our single chain band, and pull it straight forward upon itself, all the way up the loom. And be careful with these because they do have quite a bit of tension on them. So you want to kind of help them along, giving them little tugs. Okay, and then you're going to do the same thing all the way up the 5th pin bar. All the way to the top. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and show you our final looming step as well. That's our perimeter. Going to go in, follow the perimeter out to the outside of your loom. And then straight up. And then once you get to the top of the loom, you just follow it back to the center. Okay, and do the same thing, mirror image for the opposite side, just working your way to that outermost edge of your loom. And then once you get there, just going straight up. And then once you get to the top, just follow it around back to the top. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and finish up those last few steps, and then I'll be back with our finished rendition. Be right back. Alright everybody, I'm back and we've gotten our Beau Brummel bracelet off of the loom. If you decide to make one, please make sure to tag PDX_RSW_FRA on Instagram, and also myself, that's at Carolyn Hamlin. We'd love to see all of your beautiful renditions. If you've enjoyed today's tutorial, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Also, if you haven't done so already, please follow by hitting the little button below. And so that'll be it. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I'll try to get back to you as quickly as I can. Loom on, Loomers. Have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.